it's amazing how loud that voice is in every single person's head, mine included. And even as far as I've gone with my own personal growth and development, there is no finish line in personal growth. This is not a hobby. So it's something that you need to practice every single day. The mind is a muscle, right? And it will always want to go back to its hypnotic rhythm. So no different than if I eat healthy for a week, but I've just spent 41 years in the pregame not eating healthy. Am I really going to be eating healthy for the rest of my life if I just give it that 1 week? No, because I'm going to slip back into that hypnotic rhythm of what I'm used to. And so when we grow up in a society like we do, and we're hearing all the things and we're seeing all the things, and all of those things go into our conscious mind, they start forming thoughts. And that's a critical place, because at this point, it's just a thought. I can see her and I can think she doesn't like me because of how she just looked at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can see them and I can think that I'm not good enough because their backs are all turned to me and I'm not part of that circle. I can see the success that she's posting and I can think that I'll never achieve that. Those are just thoughts at that point in my conscious mind. Right. Where they become toxic is when you start to emotionalize and rationalize with them. From the outside, people can look at me and say, she's win after win after win after win. But you didn't see all the failures I just had. You didn't see the violent opposition I just had to go through. You didn't see the things that were said to me. You didn't read the hate mail I got. Nobody sees that part, not because I'm trying to hide it, but because I don't even pay attention to it. Right. It'll come in and I blow it out the other door, because I'm not here for the comfort of a few. I'm here to impact the lives of many. And so I always have to be thinking about, where am I going? And that's really the difference between people who win and people who are having a hard time getting to that platform of win after win after win, because it's easier to focus in on where you're failing and think, because you slip into that hypnotic rhythm. Yeah. I'm not good enough. I can't really do this. That was embarrassing. What are people going to think? What are they going to say? And then that puts the brakes on the whole thing. As where true entrepreneurs, the rare ones that just keep going and going and going, will have those failures, but we don't give them much attention. We don't give them much focus. I think one of the greatest lessons that I learned is that every single condition in my life, even the really horrible ones, we've attracted those to us. And people say, well, then how can you justify death and dying and things that happen, house burned down, a tornado wiped this out, and this child got ill. If you really go back and look at, and it takes years to get to this level of thinking. A lot of people never arrive at this level of thinking, but every single thing in our life, no matter how hard, how painful, we've attracted that condition to us. At one point, we resonated with that fear at one point, and we didn't rewrite the story. So, if I've always had, let's see, what would be a good example for me? I always had a fear of tornadoes. Always. And living in the Midwest has just always been a fear. I learned to rewrite that story of, not seeing the devastation, but that tornadoes would just jump over us or would never hit us or, be away or stay on the road or whatever. I can't just, no, I'm going to ignore that. You have to rewrite the story. So if you have a fear of failure, if you have a fear of looking like you failed in front of someone, you have to rewrite that story, rewrite it as one of strength. If you have a fear of, I'm going to walk into this room and these people aren't going to like me, you have to rewrite that story. I'm going to walk into this room, I'm going to give my presentation, it's going to be loved by everybody, it's going to be understood, it's going to impact lives, it's going to impact families. A fear of rejection, you have to any fear you have to rewrite that story.